In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Saturday, July 27th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for our July 27th MLB bet slate we got going on for Saturday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 7.3 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we are well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That's going to help the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a broader audience. Okay. Now, for that Patreon, if you want to sign up for that, all of that is provided down below with that link. It gives you access to the daily bets, the future bets, and it gets you access to the community chat that is going off each and every day 24/7. And also down below, when you go down in that description, have a little bit of a special thing here from BetStamp. There's a link to their free MLB pick article. Okay, so if you want more free bets, more selections, more ideas, more options, it's down below in that description where you can go through to BetStamp's website and find out what are their MLB free picks for the day. And on Tuesdays, it's going to be home runs. All right, so that's going to be very juicy down low. Not only are you watching the content here, you're going through in that description and you're getting extra free content. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. First game up in Rogers Center here, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, currently 46-56, going up against the Texas Rangers here, 51-52. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the Blue Jays home favorites minus 150 on that money line with the comeback of the Rangers at a plus 125. Total set at 8.5 for the public bet percentage here. We have 83% of the bets on Toronto, but 98% of the money on the Rangers. So this is a public underdog here when we're looking at this matchup. For the total runs, 99% of the bets, 98% of the money towards the over 8.5. I'm going to have to agree with that one right there because the pitching matchup, Michael Lorenzen, 5-5 with a 3.53 ERA, going up against Kevin Gausman, 8-8 with a 4.55 ERA. Michael Lorenzen's been pretty decent this year. Bend don't break, but his main issue here is righties. Okay, against lefties, he's been absolutely phenomenal, which has been something a bit of a surprise here. He's kept them in check. His issue is going to be righty power. He's giving up home runs to right-handed batters here at a 1.41 home run per 9. So some power bats here for the Blue Jays are in very good spots. All right. The main concern here is Kevin Gausman. He's the guy that's probably going to give up the most runs here. He has big home and road splits. All right. He's been phenomenal on the road, but at home, his ERA is almost 7 at 6.96, and his numbers against lefties and righties are bad. Against lefties, a 2.00 home run per 9, a 322 batting average, a 193 whip, and an xFIP is at 5.12, and he's giving up a home run per 9 to righties at a 1.38 as well. So this is a spot here. I'm going to have to ride with the public. Give me the Rangers on the money line, plus 125. If you want to play it safe, you can take that run split at plus 160 as well. And I love the over 8.5 in this one. Between Lorenzen giving up home runs and Gausman being bad against both, this is a spot where a lot of offense can come. In Tropicana Field here, Tampa Bay Rays 52 and 52, going up against the Cincinnati Reds 50 and 53 here. Looking at the odds for this one, we have the Rays as home favorites just slightly here, minus 115 on the money line, with the comeback of the Reds at a minus 105. Total runs set at 7.5. For the public bet percentage here, 69% of the bets, 64% of the money on the side of the Reds. So another sharp and public underdog here, looking at, well, it's pretty much even, but the side here, it's probably going to fluctuate for the Reds being favorites when we get closer to first pitch here. For the total runs, 98% of the bets and 97% of the money towards the over 7.5. And I might have to agree with them on that again. Starting pitching matchup, Andrew Abbott, 9-6 with a 3.19 ERA. He's been pretty good this year. He's the ace of the Cincinnati Reds. Going up against Zach Littell. Every time you see him, you already know I'm going against him, all right? Every time we see him, we take full advantage of Zach Littell. He's 3-7 with a 4.46 ERA. And we're starting off right off the bat when he's bad against both lefties and righties. And this is like I said before, this guy is a righty that can't pitch the righties as well. That's another bad sign when we're looking at it. He does pitch better at home, slightly, if we're looking at his ERA and his splits home and road. But when you're looking at what he's given up to righties, a 304 batting average, a 1.46 whip, and a home run per 9 at 1.7, that is a major cause of concern. Andrew Abbott, on the other hand, has been very good on the road, 2.92 road ERA. He's been the number one pitcher here for the Reds. He's been very strong this season. His only issue is going to be some power to righties at a 1.55 home run per 9. So you do got to look out for certain bats here in this lineup that provide that power for the Rays. They just lost one of their big major power bats in a Rosarena. He went to the Mariners here. So this is a pretty decimated team here in the Tampa Bay Rays. Give me the Reds on the money line. I like them there. And for the over-under, I'm going to lean towards the under. All right, I do expect the Reds to get some runs against the Rays, but I do not expect the Rays to get some runs on Andrew Abbott. In Comerica Park here, we have the Detroit Tigers 51 and 54 going against the Minnesota Twins 57 and 45. We have the Tigers as home favorites minus 120 with the comeback of the Twins at a plus 100. Total runs set at 7, so a very low total here between these two pitchers. Public bet percentage, 65% of the bets coming in on the Tiger side, and 53% of the money coming in on the side of Minnesota. For the total runs, 95% of the bets, 93% of the money on the over 7 runs. For the starting pitching matchup, Joe Ryan is 6-6 with a 3.65 ERA. Going up against Cy Young candidate Tariq Skubal, 11-3 with a 2.34 ERA. Skubal pitches even better at home. This is a spot where you want to lean towards the Tigers. Joe Ryan, some spots where I expect the Tigers to get at him is going to be his issue against lefties, all right? And it's in that power department, a 1.82 home run per 9. Even though he will see around 3 to 4 lefties here, those are going to be opportunities for those Tigers bats to get going against Joe Ryan, because he's been pretty solid at home and on the road for the Twins. So for the total here, I love the under. We're going to go against the grain here. Under 7 runs here, which I think this is going to be a pitcher's duel. And for the winner, give me the Tigers. We got the Cy Young candidate on the mound, and this is their best spot here for the Tigers. When you get Tariq Skubal at home, they tend to win. I like the Tigers on the money line and the under on the 7. In Kauffman Stadium here, we have the Kansas City Royals 56 and 47 going up against the Chicago Cubs 49 and 55. Current odds here, very similar to our last game. Minus 120 Royals on the money line with the Cubs on the comeback at a plus 100. Total runs set at 8. All right, for the public bet percentage, the only data we have right now will be on the total. 63% of the bets and 61% of the money towards the over 8 runs. In this pitching matchup here, I think this is better than the Twins and Tigers, Shota Imunaga, 8-2 with a 2.86 ERA, going up against Seth Lugo here, 12-4 with a 2.38 ERA. Both of these guys have been absolutely phenomenal. It's hard to find a spot or a blemish where the other team can take advantage of because of how strong these two guys have pitched. This is going to come down to the wire. The top play here will be the under on the 8 runs. I think that total should have been at 7, similar to what we saw in that Tigers and Twins game. But you're getting an extra run here. So I love the under on the total of 8. And if I had to choose a winner here, I believe Shota Imunaga can go a little bit deeper here. Seth Lugo is a guy that, if we're choosing a little bit of a blemish, does have a little bit of a walk issue, but across the board, he has great numbers. Imunaga pitches better on the road, so that's what I'm going to lean towards. We're going with the Shota Imunaga and the Cubs, plus 100 on the money line, and the under on the 8 runs. In Fenway Park here, we have the Boston Red Sox, 54-47. Going against the New York Yankees, who are 60-44. Current odds right now, it is split down the middle between these two teams, minus 110 on both sides here. Total run set at 9.5. For the public bet percentage, 63% of the bets on the Red Sox and 68% of the money on the Red Sox against this reeling New York Yankees team here. Total runs, 99% of the bets and 99% of the money towards the over 9.5. For the pitching matchup here, Marcus Stroman, 7-5 with a 3.51 ERA. Going against Cutter Crawford here, 6-8 with a 3.37 ERA. Both of these guys are in their elements of strength. Stroman pitches better on the road. Cutter pitches better at home. All right. Now for Stroman, he's been very reliable on the road with a 2.50 ERA. The last time he did face Boston, that was on the road, and they got to him a little bit there. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 4 walks. The walks were his issue in that particular game here, but I do expect Stroman to bounce back and stay strong on the road like he's done all season long. Cutter Crawford, he's been lights out, and the last time he faced the Yankees, it was for seven innings, 4 Ks, 0 earned runs. He was absolutely phenomenal in that pitching performance there. In his last pitching performance against the Dodgers, he did get shaken up a little bit there with 6 earned runs and 5 home runs. So I do expect him to bounce back at home against the Yankees, where this team has been struggling. And we were correct in the first game of this series here, taking that over. All right, right now they already scored 16 runs. So we hit on that there between the Red Sox and the Yankees in game 1 with the over. I think this is an under situation. They're giving you a total, expecting it from what we saw from game 1. So this is a spot I like the under here. Let's go against the grain, against the public, under 9.5. If I had to choose a winner in this one, it's really hard choosing the Yankees. They've been struggling for the past 3 weeks now. We're gonna stick with the Boston Red Sox here on the money line and the under 9.5. Next up, we have the Chicago White Sox, 27-78, going against the Seattle Mariners here, 53-51. Mariners on the money line here, minus 150. They are the road favorite with the comeback of the White Sox at a plus 125. For the total runs, set at 7.5. Public bet percentage here, no data yet on the money line, but for the total runs, 74% of the bets towards the over 7.5 and 70% of the money towards the over as well. All right, pitching matchup here, Brian Wu, 4-1 with a 2.54 ERA, going against Eric Fetty, 7-3 with a 2.98 ERA. In this one here, this is another pitching duel we got between these two teams. Eric Fetty has been absolutely phenomenal. A shock here with his home road splits. On the road, he struggles just a little bit, but Eric Fetty at home, 1.47 ERA. All right. So he's looking like a complete Cy Young at home, has a low whip, low average across the board, not giving up home runs at all. This is a tough guy to go up against in Chicago here. So Eric Fetty's in a strong position. Brian Wu here, Has been really good against righties, but his issue will be against lefties. All right, he's given up a big home run problem here. 1.76 home run per nine to lefties, a 270 batting average as well. I think this is a spot where we can take advantage of the home dogs here in the Chicago White Sox to get them their 28th win of this year. So give me the White Sox on the money line plus 1.5. And with the total here, I'm going to be leaning towards the under 7.5 runs. I think this is a pitcher duel between Wu and Fetty. Fetty will win out in Oriole Park here. Baltimore Orioles 61-42 going against the San Diego Padres 56-50. Looking at the current odds right now, we have Orioles as home favorites, slightly -115, with the comeback of the Padres at a -105. Total runs set at 9. All right. Public bet percentage, 71% of the bets on the Baltimore Orioles, 51% of the money on Baltimore Orioles. We have a lot of public and sharp money coming in on the side of the Padres here. For the total runs, it is 82% of the bets and 82% of the money towards the over 9. In this starting matchup here, we have Michael King, 8-6 with a 3.28 ERA, going up against Dean Kramer here, 4-6. With a 4.43 ERA here. Dean Kramer is a guy you do want to attack when he does pitch at home. He has huge home road splits here. If we're looking at his home ERA, is almost 7 at a 6.16, and he has an extreme issue here against lefties. Okay, he's gonna his numbers against lefties are a 4.02 home run per 9. A 281 batting average, a 1.79 whip, and against righties, he's given up a 1.80 home run per 9 and an xFIP at 4.10. Against across the board here, Dean Kramer is someone you 100% want to take advantage of. Padres just turned up their offense here. Profar just went crazy in Friday's game. He's going to be in another good spot here. Manny Machado, Profar, this whole entire lineup here for the Padres are in a very good spot. Michael King has been pretty solid this year. His issue is going to be against lefties in the hitting department here with a 1.32 whip. Nothing egregious, but that's where the Orioles can have some success. And against lefties, his xFIP is at a 4.14. So in general here, my favorite bet on this one is going to be the over 9 runs. I do expect the Padres to score runs. I do expect the Orioles. It really doesn't matter what pitcher is on the other side of them, because they're one of the top offenses in the league. So I love the over 9 runs here. And if I'm going to take a winner, I'm going to lean towards the Orioles to get it done in that bullpen area. I think they can get to Michael King. I expect the Padres to get to Kramer. So this could be a spot where you could look at the Padres in the first 5 innings, and then in the back half, you definitely take the side of the Orioles, and I think they come back in a winning effort. Last but not least here, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks, 53-50, going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates, 52-50. Current odds for this one, we have Arizona as home favorites, -165 with the comeback of the Pittsburgh Pirates at a +140 here. Total runs set at 8.5. Public representative. The probable pitching matchup here, Marco Gonzalez. They brung him out of nowhere here. Lefty, 1-1 with a 2.70 ERA, 1.28 whip. Going against Brandon Paft here, 4-6 with a 3.74 ERA and a 1.11 whip. Marco Gonzalez is pitching over his means, just to say, all right, because he's been bad the past 4 years. All right, last year 5 ERA, the year before that 5 ERA. It just goes on and on how bad of a lefty he is, to the fact that Mariners even gave up on him. Okay, so we're looking at a team here in the Diamondbacks that dominates against left-handed pitching here. They're top 3 in the league, and you're going up against a gas can here in Marco Gonzalez that, yes, he just recently came back, and he's pitching good for now. All right, and now he has a very tough task here against the Diamondbacks and their bats going against him as a lefty. It does not bode well for him. And looking at his current numbers, he's given up a 295 batting average, a 1.35 whip, and an xFIP at 4.63 already to righties. So that is not bode well for him in Arizona in this hitter-friendly park here. Brandon Pfaff has been absolutely phenomenal at home. Him and Zach Gallen have been strong in Arizona. Pfaff, his home ERA is at a 3.09. He's been absolutely dominant against righties, a low average in whip as well. Lefties do hit him a little bit better here. If we're looking at a spot where the Pirates bats can get going, the numbers are slightly raised towards the lefties here. And for power, it's a 1.53 home run per 9 with righty power. But this spot here, I think that the Diamondbacks take full advantage of Marco Gonzalez. Give me the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. And I'm going to lean towards the over 8.5 runs in this one between the Pirates and the Diamondbacks. Those are going to be our selections for the Saturday slate. Don't forget to comment down below. What are your what are your leans for this Saturday slate? Who are you going to be going towards? What's your parlays, your props? Let me know in that comment section down below so we can definitely debate about that. Guys, if you want to get more access to the free bets, that is down below in the description with the bet stamp link. If you want to also have access to the Patreon, that's down below as well. You get access daily bets, future bets, and the community group chat down there. And I'll be back with another video very soon. All right. Peace out.